In honor of National Coming Out Day on October 11th, the Daily 49er went out to talk to Cal State Long Beach students about their coming out stories.
I was in a online Zoom musical production, and I was dating a man at the time. And I kind of had this moment of realization at like 12 a.m. I was talking about, I was thinking about relationships and marriage and stuff like that. And I said to myself, oh, I don't ever want to marry a man. And I kind of had that shocking moment of just holy moly, and I called up my friend. It was 12 a.m. She's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's happening? Are you dying? What's happening? I said, I think I'm a lesbian, I think I'm fully gay. And she said, okay, there's a lot to unpack there. First of all, I want to say I love you. Thank you for telling me. Go sleep it off, go get some sleep, please. But okay, a couple days later, it was the end of the musical production, and I had called him up. He was also in the production, and so I called him. I said, I need to tell you something. And he said, what? And I said, I think I'm gay. And he said, okay. I hope you meet the girl of your dreams. And this was awesome. You were the best girlfriend I'd ever had. And I just kind of felt bad for him, but at the same time, I was I felt really good about myself that I let him know and everything. And so I got on the phone. I went down the hallway and I sat down with my family, and they congratulated me. They were like, oh, the show's over, that was fun. And I said, well, I have something else I have to share. And they said, what? And I said, well, I just broke up with my boyfriend. And they were like, why? I said, well, I think I'm gay. And my dad just goes, you mean you weren't already gay? I said, no, I was bi. He said, oh, okay. So now you're fully gay. And I was like, yes, I am. And they were just overall supportive of me, and they're like, okay, I'm glad you made that choice, you made that realization, and that you're happy, right? And I said, I'm absolutely happy.
The story, this was about a year after I came out initially to my mom or whatever. I met a new friend in high school. This was freshman year of high school. And it was summer 2015. And we were playing Minecraft. And we were in our little tree house, organizing our chests. And I was asking my other friend that already knew. I was like, should I come out to them? And they're like, yeah, just do it. So I didn't want to say it out loud. So me being the creative person I am, I took a book in Minecraft. It was empty. I typed, I'm gay. Then I put it in their chest, and then I said, Ari, look in your chest. I have a present. And then they opened it, they read it, and they said, oh, okay. And we've been friends for 8 years.
I was only about maybe in the third grade, so maybe about 7, 8. And I actually was called out by a teacher. Really started calling me derogatory words as far as sissy, faggot at one point. And I didn't understand what that was. But it just kind of carried on with all my classmates, simply because everyone in the district would always move to middle school and high school together. So there was always bullying that I had to deal with because of being flamboyant or just being or expressing myself. And during that time, those were my hardest moments when I was trying to figure out what all of it was, what it all mean. I didn't even know who I was just yet. And so people were really kind of pushing me to come out, and I didn't even know about it. That eventually led me to try to commit suicide a few times. I am glad that I didn't go through. It was something that was very difficult, but I feel like it really helped me to be a stronger person and be able to deal with who I was becoming. Later on in life, my family never mentioned or never pointed out me being flamboyant. It was something that was very hush hush. We didn't talk about it. But eventually, in about my teen years, probably about maybe 12, 13, I had an uncle that uh, started getting really aggressive with pointing out the way I was behaving, the way I was standing, the way I was moving my hand. And he eventually got me to a point where I was just really upset of just being bullied, not just through school, but now within my family. During that moment is when I eventually got fed up and I called my mom into my room and I said to her that I needed to talk to her, and she then said, she asked me what's wrong, and I said, I'm afraid that you're going to kick me out if I tell you. And during this time, I had already met some friends that were part of the LGBT community. And unfortunately, for some, they had been thrown out of homes. Others ran away from home. So I just thought that was the norm. I just thought, okay, well, that was supposed to happen to me. So I was really scared to tell my mom. But I got the courage and I did tell her. And when I told her, I felt like this sense of relief, but then started crying just uncontrollably. And I remember just putting my hands up and thinking, oh man, here it comes. And she just hugged me and she started crying with me. And I was not expecting that. And then she stopped and she said, I'm not crying because of what you're telling me, but I'm crying because I'm so proud that you have the courage to say what you're telling me. Now I understand. And back then I didn't understand why she was being so accepting of something that I just thought was a negative thing, especially because society had told me and treated me as a negative thing. And here I am today getting ready to graduate as a very proud gay male. And I think it's amazing now because I'm becoming a teacher. And I feel that as my life has gone for so many years as somebody that was closeted and then finally was able to come out, my life went full circle now, trying to become an educator and making sure that any child that walks in my classroom or in my campus is loved, protected, and admired for the beautiful person that they are. Because I want to make sure that no one ever goes through what I went through when I was in school.
You are your own person, and you get to make those decisions. And I think you should do whatever your gut tells you. You just, whether that's spontaneous or not with huge rainbow flag telling the entire world what you are, but to the people who matter to you, who really matter to you.
I feel like coming out can't really be rushed. It's something that we naturally do and embrace. Some of us take a little longer than others, and that's okay. There's no exact time of how this works. Just know that there is people out there that love you and care for you and want you to thrive, just like I've been doing in the last 44 years. So thank you so much for letting me share my coming out story.